Hello, I've made 21 optional races for Pocket Fantasy RPG, so this is just going to be a quick little video telling you about it. I've got the standard races that come with Pocket Fantasy, the main rules. And then here's a little thing here explaining about the monstrous word that's in bold that you'll see on many of these different races. So total it's 25 races if you include the ones that already came with it. So I wanted to go ahead and put those in there just for easy access. But this monstrous section is going to explain that obviously the thing about possibly these unique individuals could lead to numerous compelling role-playing interactions between themselves and other characters because perhaps their demeanor, goals, and morals differ from those that are part of their race. So just a little thing here to explain that how to kind of use these new races. It also tells you that some or none of them may be balanced with any other races, and you should probably limit the selection of available classes to certain races. So we've got the Ape Men, we got the Bird Men, the Celestials. They are obviously going to be very good at wisdom and charisma. You've got Centaurs. They can carry someone. They're very good at running and quickly and far distances. The Constructed, they don't tire, sleep, or need food or water. They've got the Armored and strong monster abilities with them, and they take double damage from lightning. Dark Elves, fairly self-explanatory, and I gave them the Globe of Darkness ability. And they are obviously slighted when they go out into sunlight with their melee and ranged attacks. The Dragonkian are an infernal race, and they get to reroll defense actions against anything involving fire. But their main strongest ability is that they can cast either Dark Bolt or Rain of Fire once per encounter. Now, the thing about these races now that have innate spells, those are as well as if you're a wizard character, how many combat spells you can cast per encounter. But you cannot use a heroic reroll in order to cast another one. Dhampirs, those are of course unholy union of man and vampire, so they get one weakness, they can drink some blood, and they can turn into either mist or a wolf. The Dragonkian are a proud race of obviously dragon men, or they were born like dragons, and they are descended from an ancient empire long ago left in ruins. They can do the breath attack, and they've got the armored ability. The element born, those are the ones that are, again, a planar race that are imbued with one of the 4 elements, and they take half damage from that element, and they can manipulate that element, much like the freeform magic rules. Fairies, we all know those. They can fly, they can use the confusion spell once per encounter, and because they're so small, they're hard to hit, but they're also kind of hard for them to hit, and when they fly, they're really hard to hit. So let's take a look at the ones on the back. We've got the Dragonkian. They get 50% more hit points based off their class. They're considered large, of course. They can throw rocks, and they're strong. Gnomes, the best thing about them is that they can construct a contraption once per day with using the freeform magic rules. Half-orcs, they pretty much get the rage ability from the berserker, but they're actually better at it if they are in fact a berserker. The Lizardkin, they're aquatic, their bite is poisonous, they're armored, they can see in the dark. The Mantis Men, obviously from taking those kind of from Dark Sun, they don't have to sleep, they can go for months without eating, and then they can eat anything they get their hands on that's organic. And they get to make extra attack with their arms. And they're armored as well. So the merfolk, I had to kind of mess with them a little bit. They're aquatic, obviously. They can telepathically speak to other aquatic animals. And they're very fast at swimming. And I wanted them to be able to pretty much have human legs when they get on the out of the water and onto the surface. So they're magically, their lower fish bodies have kind of human-like legs. But they've got to submerge themselves in water or they lose half their hit points. The Ratkin are kind of like Skaven. They're immune to poison. Their attacks, their hand-to-hand attacks, their unarmed attacks have poison. They can see in the dark. They're experts at sneaking. So like right here, they're experts at sneaking and get to reroll all tasks involving stealth. So if this is already a thief character, then they get to reroll it twice. And they have the fast monster ability as well, making them fast at initiative. Satyrs are pretty cool. They can cast confusion. They can entertain with their wooden pipes. And they can roll a simple task roll to negate the effects of harmful spells cast against them. The Underdwarves, They pretty much are craftsmen of dark iron, but they can also make strong weapons and armor, pretty much producing one per day. And they can see in the dark, but their main thing is that they can enlarge, making themselves, giving them the enlarge ability. And it gives them 50% more of their current hit points, as well as giving them the strong ability. And then, of course, after that duration, they're going to get smaller again, and you'll have to readjust for their hit points. But they also have kind of like the Dark Elf. When exposed to sunlight, they're easy to hit in combat. And then the Yeti Men, I wanted something that was kind of cold-based, so it's kind of like a mixture of a man and a Yeti. They take half damage from cold, but they take double damage from fire, and they have an icy gaze. Once per encounter, they can cast the confusion spell. So it's kind of like the same, where confusion, a lot of these type of races can kind of confuse people, or the equivalent thereof. So there it is, 21 new races. I probably should have done this way sooner. I'll be working on cards for these, but I have to get art for all these different races from when I can make those cards. So that's going to come out a little bit later. It is available on ttrpg as a pay-what-you-want release. So you can pick it up, and if you like it, maybe throw something my way and put it towards helping maybe get that art for these different races. So these should hopefully be fun to play, give you some more options with your players. And if you play with any of these, let me know how they go. Again, leave comments here on ttrpg. So the link will be in the description. And I hope you've enjoyed this release, and hopefully there'll be more. So thanks a lot.